Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Check in. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
On second and very short, Rodgers complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
51. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
On the draw, it's White. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, Rodgers. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Michel, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got White here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals under first-year head coach Zach Taylor. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. 31 yards there and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front. As we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D-ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. A look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Alshon Jeffrey, so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think that's a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On the carry, it's Cook. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Got one.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. It's complete. James White. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Bengals don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. What? Let's get it.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught by the tight end Watson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Double.
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it, and his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and now it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Haskins will throw, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
We got this.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 1-yard line.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10. Now Rodgers completes it to Jason Witten. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, they'll run with White. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly.
Holding.
And this
offense.
one could be coming back. So that one will be accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Hilton. It got his man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Cedric Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Sony Michel's touchdown scamper that polished the drive off. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Got his target, Samuel. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Haskins now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Got his man, it's Eifert. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. It's caught, it's Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Haskins. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Rodgers going to throw.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the rookie Dwayne Haskins showing why he felt too many teams passed on him in the first round. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Tight right.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Malcolm Jenkins on the tackle. A gain of 11. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
50 the mic. Hey, tight down.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now White. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
They bring the blitz, and it's not always the initial blitzers that make the play. In this case, the blitzers actually took up the blocking. How about the guy in the middle, though? Reading his keys, right on the spot, stops him at the line of scrimmage. Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get line...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line. And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Called that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we focus on Lamar Miller as he heads back out there and gets set to go again on offense. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
But it's caught by Crabtree. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Haskins.
Now that was well defended.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Haskins to throw it. Taking a shot for 6. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Go, go, go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the draw play. This is White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers finding Green complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Caught by the tight end Watson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their 1st. But at least it's 4th down.
Move. Hey. You got it.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Let's go, D. Man left. 4 down. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Carlos Dunlap, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Rodgers. He's got White here. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Don't say no.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Watch time. Tight end right.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Haskins. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
Holding offense.
Isaiah Wynn with a penalty. The former first-round pick back in 2018. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Haskins to throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground, instead going to an opposite color jersey.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, folks.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rodgers gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you play.
The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdown.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Haskins. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
57 to Mike. Check pass, check pass.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Hey, check.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Here's Rodgers. And he's got his tight end, Watson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Benjamin Watson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6.
Rodgers' pass complete to Benjamin Watson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And a look now at Lamar Miller. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This is Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. Darquez Denard there defensively. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers again now. Hard throw, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught by the tight end Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Complete to Hilton. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Clock rolling here. About to hit 30 seconds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He's got it to Hilton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they could look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.